Throughout our history, we have seen many different kinds of sports. We've had the Romans with the gladiators, and in America we've had American football and baseball. There's a big debate in today's society if esports should be considered a sport. There have been many incidents where people would need to go to another country for a competition, but their visas denied due to the country not seeing esports as a sport. In the case of William Hedget, he was a Swedish world-class player for a game called Super Smash Bros. Melee, who had the alias of Leffen. He had his U.S. athlete's visa denied because they did not consider Super Smash Bros. Melee an actual sport. Now, let me explain what an esport is. An esport is known as an electronic sport, which are normally video games with a high competitive community. There are games with these communities such as Overwatch, Dota, League of Legends, Super Smash Bros., and many more games. The most popular of them has to be League of Legends, though. This game is a 5v5 match where each team needs to take the other person's base. There are two different kinds of people who play this game. The one I'll talk about is the competitive players and how those people actually get to be in these competitions and get to be esport competitors. So, when you start, you need to win as many competitive matches as you can to climb up the ranks that the game system has. It starts at bronze, and you need to try and get up to a rank called Challenger. Once in that rank, you are able to apply to be scouted by one of the many different teams. The way that works is you go to their website and you can give them your game info. They have to check through your match history. They get to see how you play. You got to play live matches for them online. And if they like you, they will recruit you into one of their teams. But once you're in a team, you have a lot of requirements to actually need to stay in that team. Like one of them is how you need to practice for 8 hours every day. There's some kids who were in high school when they got drafted into a team, and their parents dropped them out of the school because the way this game works with the tournaments and stuff, these kids are making thousands of dollars depending on how far they get into the tournament. And it gets really, really crazy. Every year they have a single tournament called Worlds, where all the best teams throughout the entire year get sent through a bracket-style tournament where they need to win out of 3 matches, the most out of that. So you need 2 out of 3 wins in order to move up the game. And each team has a sponsor, so that's how they're getting the money. So during tournaments, they are wearing like products from them. Like there's one team called Samsung Galaxy White, or SSW, where they all use Samsung devices. They use Samsung headsets, and that's how they're getting the money through the tournaments. And this is an international tournament, so every year they go to a main one called Worlds. And every year it's held in a different country, and that's where these visas come in. Those are the basics of what you need to know to get into one. Now I have one question for you guys. Do you think esports should be considered a sport?